no ending. It's a song with no ending. 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 It's a song with no ending. Bet your bottom dollar got 'em. Paparazzi spot and watch 'em. Leave 'em, see them, budget breathing. Is it eco-friendly or is it hyper-exotic? LSD and applications. Not the type of music you can hear on every station. It's a song with no ending. A song with no ending. A song with no ending.
So welcome aboard the 2014 Holden Barina RS hatch. This is the 6-speed manual 1.4 turbo. And it's a really nice little car. If you've read my written review I did on GM Inside News a few months ago, I felt that it didn't quite fit a full-on sporty brief, but it's certainly a nice little car to drive. The bolsters, if you could call them that, on the seat is right up there with the same quality of bolsters you got in the CDX Barina, which is basically like lounge pillows. They're not rigid bolsters in any way, shape or form. But the actual vehicle itself is quite a lot of fun to drive, as long as you don't try and drive it like a race car. So I've thrown it into the mix with the Cruise 1.8 litre 6-speed automatic sport wagon that I had just before this, and also the 2-litre turbo diesel Malibu sedan, the CDX, which was also quite a nice car. And I've basically compared the three of them against each other to try and find out what sort of running costs you'll be looking at to have vehicles like this if you're running a great deal of commuting like I do. So at the moment I'm driving about 1,000 kilometres a week, just as part of my regular commute. So I'm going between the Sunshine Coast and Brisbane. And at the moment, the cost of running one of these is around about on par with running the Cruise as well, mainly because I've been running this one on 98 Premium, so it's only been getting the really good stuff. Damn, that was a big truck.
A song with no ending. A song with no ending. It's a song with no ending.
And now when I was running the Cruise Sport Wagon, it was getting sort of mid to high 6 litres per 100 Ks. Although when I did crank up the tyre pressures, as per the placard in the door, you've got a recommended setting and also an eco setting. If you put it on the eco setting for the tyre pressures, it recommends 39 psi, which is kind of high. I got about 6.8 litres per 100 Ks doing it that way, and with this vehicle I'm getting around about 5.8 litres per 100 Ks. Although if I'm behaving myself, I got it down to 5.5 this morning. However, I took some friends for lunch today and it's back up to 6.2. And that goes to the next point. This handles really, really well.
We the ones that you should trust. I want a coconut. It's a song with no ending. A song with no ending.
At the end of the day, would you pick one of these to commute in? Personally, I would. If I had $20,000 to throw around and I was looking for a new car, this would be right up there, because it's definitely on the larger side of the small car market. As you can see, even though I'm 6'6", I've got plenty of room to change gears and move around here. I've got plenty of headroom still as well. I do have the seat all the way down, but that's the way I like to drive in any car, so that doesn't make much difference. But I found when I tried to sit in the Fiesta, I could sit in there okay, and I like the look of it a lot as well. And the Fiesta is supposed to be a pretty impressive handler, and you've got quite a few more options for power plants. So you've got the 1 litre EcoBoost You got the 1.6 litre, I think it is, turbo for the ST version. So there's a few good options there, but it kind of falls down on the space side of things. And of course, the Barina has the miling system, which looks especially good in the Barina. In fact, I think the miling version in the Barina and the tracks looks better than the version that's in the Commodore on the Cruise.
It's a song with no ending, 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 it's a song with no ending.
So downsides or things I don't like about this car? Front end can scrape occasionally. Nothing else really. I mean, it's got everything you need. It's got power windows. You can't really call it climate control, but climate control is basically air conditioning turned on and the heater turned up or down to make it either cold or hot. So it doesn't have climate control, but you can control the climate. So if you don't have little digits telling you what the temperature is. So obviously it's got air conditioning, the defroster works good, the windscreen wipers work good, the tail wiper works well, the lights look good. It doesn't have projector headlights, but I haven't really missed them either. The design is nice and stocky. I like the look of it, although I've never been a real massive fan of the chopped off arse on hatchbacks, to be honest. I much prefer sedans. But having said that, I don't like the sedan design for the Barina either. It looks a bit ordinary. I did see one of these RS Barina hatches on the highway this morning, and they had the, I think it's called Velvet Red. That looks pretty sharp too. It's sort of like a darker metallic red, very nice. Seats are good. I prefer bigger bolsters, but this is a car that sort of appeals to the middle of the pack, I guess. Not so much the upper end sporty vehicles and not so much the base model vehicles. This is the warm hatch segment, and to that end the RS fits the brief really well.
It's a song with no ending, a song with no ending, a song with no ending, it's a song with no ending, 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 it's a song with no ending. Bet your bottom dollar got 'em. Paparazzi spot and watch 'em. Leave 'em, see them, what you breathing. Is it eco-friendly or is it hyper-exotic? LSD in applications, not the type of music you can hear on every station. It's a song with no ending, a song with no ending, a song with no ending. It's a song with no ending, a song with no ending, a song with no ending, a song with no ending. It's a song with no ending. Catch a nickel at the bottom. Let the ride with bacon fire. Out upon the single melt in your esophagus. We the ones that you should trust. I want a coconut. It's a song with no ending, a song with no ending, a song with no ending. It's a song with no ending, a song with no ending.